Hey, I hope everyone has been having a blessed day today, and I pray that the rest of your day will continue to be filled with many blessings. I read some Bible verses today in Philippians, and how I received those verses, I feel like can possibly help someone else. So, therefore, I decided to make a video about it today. So, let's get into it. So, I'm going to start in Philippians chapter 3, 17 through 21. Verses 17 through 21. Dear brothers and sisters, pattern your lives after mine and learn from those who follow our example. For I have told you often before, and I say it again with tears in my eyes, that there are many whose conduct shows they are really enemies of the cross of Christ. They are headed for destruction. Their God is their appetite. They brag about shameful things, and they think only about this life here on earth. And this is how I received these verses as I read them, and these are just from my notes and what I feel like can help others. The crowd you're around, the things you watch and listen to, can steer you away from your focus on God. If you're looking to grow in your relationship with God, pay attention to the things and people you're entertaining and what you're accepting into your space. Are those things and people feeding your flesh or your spirit? Don't get distracted by earthly things. There is so much more than this. Cherish all that is here. Don't get caught up in what society says is important, beautiful, and acceptable. We often get distracted from what we see on social media and how other people live their lives, and what, plainly just what society shows us is the right way to live, or what you should and should not have. And we should not be focused on none of that. We need to take a step back and erase all of that from our mind frame and just realize that our life is so much more than this. It is so much more than what people put as an example of beauty. There's so many beautiful people out here that do not look the same. There's so many more important things that the media and people on social media do not show out here. There's so much more things that are important that is not being shown. And I just want to say that sometimes we get so caught up in it. I do that as well. I get caught up in all that, but I have to take a step back and center my focus back on God and get back right spiritually, because when I do that, that's when my clarity comes, my peace comes within my mind and my heart, and it helps me to regain focus on my relationship with God, and regain focus helps me to regain focus growing spiritually. So if you have to take a step back from certain people, certain things that you constantly do every day, and you feel as if your mind is just feeling so heavy, it is because of what we're continuing to feed ourselves. And we gotta realize what we're feeding ourselves is feeding our flesh, but our mind is feeling heavy. Within ourselves, we are feeling empty, and it's because we're not feeding our spirit correctly. We're not feeding our spirit the right things. We are allowing our flesh to guide us, and our flesh runs after the worldly ways out here that we should not be running after. Our spirit guides us towards God and what is righteous. So we need to pursue after what our spirit is guiding us to do, and not our flesh. We got to train our spirit to be the leader, not our flesh to be the leader of ourselves. And it is very hard. I struggle with it every day. So trust me, don't feel as if I'm saying all of this and I have everything together. No, it is a challenge every single day, and that is why you hear people say, and even people say a lot to, you have to study the word daily, you have to pray daily, because it is a constant battle daily to maintain your focus on God, to maintain your focus on the right things, period, in your life, because you can easily be thrown off in this world of your focus, because it's so many things out here that clouds our mind. And just like you see memes and stuff and people talking about it on social media all the time, how you just hop on Instagram for a second at 1 p.m. and all of a sudden it's 7 o'clock, and it be like that. And so therefore we don't even realize how much time is being passed by when we are being distracted by these things on this earth. So whatever you got to do to limit your time frame on social media, or just get off social media for a good while to get your mind right. Whatever you got to do, whether it be social media, whether it be turning away from hanging out with certain people for a while, or stop hanging out with them for good, whatever the case may be. You want to be around people that's going to encourage you to go in the right direction, encourage you to move forward, not people that's going to keep you in the same mind frame and in the same setting that keeps your mind heavy, that keeps um, that keeps feeding your flesh. You don't want that. You want to be around people that is going to help you to move toward God, that's going to help you to move towards the righteous things, that's going to help you move towards your purpose. And so it's not easy to do so, but that's why I say, we got to stay focused. We got to maintain our focus daily and strive to practice reading our word and writing and praying daily to God. So again, it's not easy, but just know you are not alone. It's a struggle for me too, but I'm trying my best to stay consistent with it. So just keep your heads up high. Reach out to anybody that you may know that is into the word as well, that can help you out. Don't be afraid, because everybody goes with the struggle, just trying to figure out how to understand God's word, how to read the Bible, how do I receive this, receive that. So trust me, you're not alone. But utilize the resources that God has placed on this earth to help us. Utilize people that God has placed in your life to help you, and number one, above all else, utilize God, because God is here for us, number one, above all else. So thank you for your time, and I pray that this helped someone, and I just pray that everyone continues to have a blessed rest of their night.